Welcome back to Bernama today. As promised, we'll be talking or finding out more about what's in store for all of us this year or in the year of the wood horse. Kenny Hu, the person we're speaking to today, the man who's sitting beside me, he's no stranger to Bernama today. He's the chief researcher of Good Feng Shui, Geomantic Research, a research-based company that is actively involved in providing professional Feng Shui consultation. Kenny uses a technique known as the converged water technique. And over the past 15 years, through his very unique scientific approach, Kenny has been promoting the Chinese culture and arts, and he is one of the more outstanding, influential Feng Shui masters who revolutionized the art of Feng Shui in the modern era. Kenny, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you on the show. Well, we're going to have a two-part show. So today and also tomorrow, Kenny will be talking about zodiacs tomorrow. It's best that you have a paper and a pen with you tomorrow if you want to know what's in store for you or your zodiac sign. But in the meantime, let's talk about this year. We're going to talk about when's a good time to start work, so on and so forth. But let's start with talking about general Feng Shui outlook for the year for our country.
Yeah, generally a lot of people may be thinking a little bit negative about the year, simply because, for example, towards the end of the year and also beginning of the year, right? There've been a lot of people may think those are the negative news, like the inflation, right? And then a lot of people think that salary not improving, however, the inflation keep on going up, right? And then a lot of people may think that this will be a difficult year. However, it is true enough. Based on our analysis, I named this year as a noble year. The word of noble itself, right, actually carry the meaning of expansive and also nobility.
Right.
But at a glance, the wood horse year itself, a lot of people may think the wood horse must be aggressive, progressive, right? And also plus the wood, right? This is a jia wu. Jia is the very strong wood. And then the horse itself actually is fire element.
Jia wu is a very strong wood.
Jia actually is the wood element.
Right.
That's why this will be tomorrow onwards, right? It will be a wood horse here. And when the wood is on top, the wood is very strong. And then with the fire below, so it's initially we may see that maybe the flame of the fire, right, may become like almost to be put off very soon.
Right.
However, when we come to a certain point of time, let's say towards the second half of the year, the flame will come up very strong, very fast.
So what Kenny is trying to say is this year is the year of the wood horse, as opposed to, you may think I'm grammatically wrong here by saying wood horse, but it is how you say it. If you say it's a wooden horse, apparently it's not giving the word good energy, it's not flowing energy, so it's called wood horse as opposed to wooden horse, grammar aside. That having said that too, so what Kenny is saying is that life or energy as we know it is a burning fire, is a flame, and when we feel that the flame is going off, as it seems like in this year, most of us think it's not going to be a bad year, so there are embers. With the wood horse or strong wood put onto it, the flame will grow brighter.
When it comes back, right, the fire will be very strong.
Right.
So we foresee that this year, I mean, true enough, there will be a lot of so-called ups and downs. However, when there is ups, right, it will hit very, very high. When it's going down, of course, maybe it will go low. Instead of the stock market, for example, right, there will be a lot of multiple, for example, history high in terms of the index.
Right.
So a lot of people may want to have this kind of situations. By having this kind of situations, people may have the chance to liquidate, to cash out. So this will be a better year actually.
Right.
Yeah. And comparing to so-called, there are many other so-called elements, right? The horse actually is a fire element.
Right.
So when we think about the horse, there will be a lot of so-called aggressiveness to be seen. A lot of positive things.
That in itself is the fire element.
It's a fire element. However, this year, the year itself is a wood horse year. So we can use a lot of, for example, Feng Shui technique to further enhance the positive chi. Right. And also in terms of like there will be some industry will be doing better. If you look at the so-called the 八字 of the whole set of the date, birth date and time, right? We do an analysis. This year,
it's like what some of us know as numerology, 八字.
Yeah, the 八字 based on the birth date and time, there's a chart. So we can see the wealth luck, money luck will not be that prominent. However, the wealth luck will still be there. That means the opportunity will still be there. we need to be wiser.
Right.
We need to be, in order to gain the wealth, the business that we expect, right? We need to work harder. Not only harder, actually, we need to work together with the partners. So the keywords, that's why of the year, I name it as the noble year. We need to find out who our noble persons are, so that we can work together with our good partner, our noble people, so that we can leverage on each other's strength.
Right.
Unlike previous years, for example, the year before, there will be a lot of so-called wealth opportunity, business opportunity. We can just simply invest, for example, investing in some sectors, for example, in the property sector. That will be very easy. They can make money, can buy and sell. However, when we come to this year, for example, because due to the wood element become very strong, so the wood element will be clashing to the earth element.
Right.
So the earth element will be having some level of stress, pressure in the year of 2014. However, to the buyers, actually, this can become a good situation, because the buyer will have more say in this field, for example, because the seller will be more than the buyers. So the seller will be the buyers will be having better chance to find out, maybe to explore, maybe to get or acquire some better quality of their property, houses and commercial building at a more reasonable price. And then to the developer, for example, this is a year that requires them to find out maybe some other partners, some other noble people to blend in some of the so-called new ideas, so they can repackage their services, right? And then to, for example, to further enhance their packages.
Here's a quick question. What I don't quite understand is, you say you have to look for a noble person, which means a person who's got around the same energy as you, or who will affect your energy in a way that would make you be more productive. That's what a noble person is meant to be in the Feng Shui context. So when I look for a noble person, I can't go around and ask people for, hey, what's your birth of time, your birth date and your time of birth. So how do you kind of find your noble person?
Okay, generally there are a few ways. For example, basing on their personal zodiac sign. For example, those who was born in the year of the year of the rat.
Right.
This year maybe the rat may not be that good in terms of the energy level and so on. Okay. They may find, for example, an ox.
Right.
Ox naturally will be their good buddy, right? This is one of the way.
Right.
For example, the horse may not be. I mean, there will be some challenges here and there because of clashing with the yearly emperor. So the horse may find their noble person. For example, the goat, or maybe the dog, or maybe the tiger, to work together. This is one of the way. The other way is basing on the personal birthday and time. That will be a little bit more complicated. They need to find an experienced master to read and then to identify. Thirdly, of course, through our normal common sense, right? In our field, we used to work maybe with this group of people. However, coming to this year, we may need to also to work together with some other people who are maybe totally different from our existing or current field, to tap into the untapped market, right? And generally also, this year, the year of the wood horse year, right? The so-called the greatest, generally the noble person are those who are born in the year of the goat. The goat is a general.
It's a good year for goats.
Yeah, the goat is the noble person to everyone. So simply because they are having the noble star in their chart, and also they are having a very high energy.
Right.
They are also able to help a lot of other people as well. So if do not know, for example, how to find the noble person, the goat actually will be the noble person. That's why we also say that based on our analysis, right, when we come to the month of July, that's when the month of the goat as well, there will be a lot of good changes, positive changes coming in. So from now on, we are approaching to the new year, the lunar new year, and also entering to February. So from early February until the early July, there will be maybe some challenges here and there. However, we just need to stay cool. Right, when we come to July, everything will turn into a very positive way. So this is a time for us to maybe to rethink, to replan, maybe to even repackage to a lot of our business portfolio, a lot of our business planning. This is a time for us to maybe to transform ourselves to a greater height. So because of these situations, they actually force us to become stronger, like open us to another bigger and newer horizon.
Right. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to give you a general view of what the nation has in store. There are different sectors, okay? Every year, a certain sector is influenced by certain energies, and that's where you can tap. Saying if they say the southern sector is a good sector this year, I'm just giving you an example. It simply means that probably Johor, the state of Johor, and probably the Iskandar project is going to do well. So we want to know which sectors will do well for the nation. We'll also give you some general overviews of what's in store for the nation, and then tomorrow definitely we'll be talking about zodiac. So stay with us. We're going to come back after a short break right here on Bernama Today. We're joined by Feng Shui Master Kenny Hu. For more information, log on to goodfengshui.com.
Travel not because I like to travel. I travel so I can say this: what you're looking for is inside of you, and you should be in peace.
Rawat has been traveling for 40 years, inspiring people around the world to find peace within.
I go and I talk to people, and I present them with the possibility of themselves discover the peace that lies within you.
Isu-isu dunia hiburan dan seni tanah air. Cabaran selebriti berbisnes, raih pendapatan sampingan. Perkembangan terkini artis tempatan dan antarabangsa serta dunia sinema. Segalanya disisipkan dengan penuh berinformasi dan santai menerusi program hiburan terbaru. Telesini bukan sekadar hiburan. Setiap Sabtu jam 12.30 tengah hari hanya di Bernama TV.
Masa mengupas isu semasa, jadi saluran pelbagai suara, segalanya baru dan benar di Berita Bernama TV.
Good morning and welcome back to Bernama Today, the eve of the Lunar New Year. We've got the man himself in the studio with us, Kenny Hu. This is him when I've met him years ago. This is what he looked like. And he's also got a color chart out. And Kenny's got a color chart out. If you go online and Google his name, Kenny Hu, you'll find stuff like this. In the meantime, Kenny, coming back to the overview of, or the general outlook for this year, what else can you tell us in this next 10 minutes? What kind of information can you give us?
Usually, from the good feng shui viewpoint, right, we will talk about what is the outlook basing on the bazi.
Right.
That means basing on the birth date and time of the coming the wood horse year. The wood horse year actually will start from February the 4th at 6:03 a.m.
Right.
Basing on the chart, right, we have a chart there. We will see, for example, this year the wood element is extremely strong. So the wood element will become actually the most influential element. From there, then we can further chaining to some other, for example, criteria and feature. So it will affect, for example, the most, for example, influential color or the color of the year will be the green color, especially the teal color, teal green.
So if the wood element is the strongest element, green is the color of the year.
It's the color of the year because the wood element actually linking directly with the
wear a lot of green.
Yeah.
I should change my shirt now. Yeah.
And besides that, the wood element will also contribute, for example, to linking with those industry which is fall under the category of wood element. For example, those industry relating to the plantation,
Right.
agricultural, the palm oil, the rubber, we expect the prices will be shooting up high. So because this kind of industry, for example, the palm oil, the rubber, their prices has been like a bit low over the past few years. However, coming into this year, we expect the wood industry, plantation, palm oil, rubber will be growing up. And some other thing relating to the wood element will be anything relating to the publication, to the education, will also be doing extremely well. For those who are handling or operating this kind of product and services, they will be, very, very happy in this year. And anything relating to, for example, organic, to relating to the, for example, ecology, saving the earth, this kind of thing will also be doing well. So it's also, we will foresee there will be a lot more, for example, green car, anything relating or labor with organic, this thing will also be doing well. So their market will be in the getting.
So if you're making your way to Bursa right now, the market's open today, isn't it? Buy all wood stuff, agricultural stuff.
And then besides that, the fire-related product and services will also be doing well as well. So fire, when we talk about fire, we think about what? Petrol, petrol-related oil and gas, and also anything relating to the power generations, the tenaga, right? And also anything relating to the lighting, like entertainment, bridal houses, photography, cameras, all this will also be doing well. So we will also foresee there will be a lot more innovative product and services will be launched to the market, especially relating to the fire element, like the telecommunications, like the phone, computer related, IT related, all these are fire related. And the restaurant will also be doing well, simply because this year, this coming year will be the love affair year. We call it 桃花年.
Tao Hua Nian.
桃花年. 桃花means the peach blossoms. So there'll be a lot of people getting married. Also subsequently there'll be a lot of babies. So having marriage ceremony, marriage dinner, wedding dinner, and also the a lot of celebrations to be going on. So the restaurant will also be doing well. Anything relating to the bridal services will also be doing well.
So it's going to be a love affair, but it's not in the context that you are currently thinking, oh, a love affair, Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. No, it's not like that. It's a good year for people to get married. It's a good year for you to meet a partner.
And also because of the love affair year, the year itself, right, will become like softened a little bit. So generally this year we expect it to be like not so trembling. It will be softer. It will be more harmony this year. So and besides that, the matter related product and services will be initially will be having some level of so-called stress and because of the wood elements also, it also lead us, right, to make ourselves, everyone will be more concerning about health as well. So a lot of people maybe will be more concerned about health, and then a lot of people will be will want to work together with other people. And the wood element also linked with what? Charity. So people are more concerning about each other. So this one will become a more peaceful world. More it will be sweeter.
I think this year is going to bring us together. We've been having a lot of problems generally. I think this year is going to be the year we
and when
solidify that.
When we go further, the metal element, like for example the car industries, initially will be having some pressure. However, when we enter to the second half of the year, especially July onwards, everything will turn into much more positive. Other relating to the metal elements are like banking and finance, the stock market, for example, the metal, the steel, copper, and so on and so forth.
So car production will have a bit of problems. So it's time for
it's not a problem. Initially, we'll be having some pressure. Maybe due to some new policy, some new rules and regulations, right? Some of the buying nature, buying habits a bit different.
The landscape of the car industry has changed, will change a little bit.
And besides that, those industries relating to the water element will be having some level of so-called pressure, because water-related product and services will be having some so-called challenges, partially maybe due to the weather.
Water-related services,
for example, traveling, for example, tourism, for example, hotel-related, logistic, all this. We cannot say that this kind of industry cannot be done.
You can't say that it's going to die off or it will be dormant this year. It can be improved.
Can be improved. Need to be more innovative, maybe to come up with some blue ocean strategy, right, to further enhance it. Cannot do the same way like before. And last but not least will be the earth element, as what I mentioned just now. Earth element will be facing some level of pressure. However, when they come to the second half of the year, it will be, slowly, gradually also will be better. So this will be a good timing for the developer, for example, to maybe to think deeply how to further enhance in terms of their design. Maybe they can think about how to put in the good feng shui design into their product and services, right? So and also some in terms of the buyers' nature, also buyers' habits also be different. They become more choosy. They want something maybe cheaper, but they want good things to be better.
So this being a year, like earlier when you talked about people wanting to sell more than buy, will this be a good year for people who are buying their first homes?
Yeah, this definitely will be a good year for those who want to buy their first home. For example, over the past few years, the prices of the houses property has been like shooting up very high. People are not able to chase the kind of the price increase.
Right.
So this will be a year that when the prices of the property or the houses will become like a bit stagnant, maybe some of the places become like lower. So this could be a good timing for them to buy, and also they'll be having a lot more choices. So it's also, from our good feng shui viewpoint, they should also learn more. For example, in terms of the good feng shui knowledge, how to maybe select some of the houses, right? Some of the units will be better feng shui, so they can, after they stay in the better feng shui, can also further enhance their so-called their luck, their energy level. That will actually help them to bring them to another greater heights. Because nowadays the property purchaser or the property owners, they are having a lot of so-called extra requirements. They require not the houses, right? Not only better accessibility, they want it to be better design. They want it to have better good feng shui as well, so that the house or the property can serve for them instead of they themselves serving their house, right, in terms of loans and so on. So they are having a lot of greater demands. So in terms of a lot of requirements.
Well, a little something you can do today, before we kind of end the show, a little something you can do today is ascertain what sector is good in your house, saying there's the north, south, east and west. And of course, if you have a little compass in your home, or you have one of those smartphone compasses, you can use that. But how do you get the sector? How do you find that sector?
Okay,
so this year is the northern sector, isn't it?
This year those sectors are good ones, including, for example, the north, the south, and also the west, also very good. So we expect, for example, the west sector is good. That also means the west coast of Malaysia, Peninsular Malaysia will also be doing well. For example, Klang, KL will also be doing well. The southern part, the northern part like Penang also will be doing well. The negative sector, for example, the east sector will be having some so-called pressure in terms of signal star. So the east sector, okay, the first thing when we want to implement in the house, right, the east and also the northwest, try to avoid putting too much of a yellowish color item or the reddish color item. This is in
the east and west
east and northwest.
Right. East and northwest. Yeah.
Secondly, we can actually further enhance. Okay, after reducing the risk, then we can leverage the so-called opportunity by tapping into the good chi. For example, the good chi actually will be located, for example, in the north. So houses facing to the north will be good. So they can actually put maybe a feature wall which is located in the north to repaint it to more greenish color.
Right.
And then to decorate a little bit with some red or purple color items, some of the decorative items. They will actually very easily, no need to buy any other things.
Yeah, so decorative items, these are things that you can think around, something that brings about good energy. We will definitely tell you more about that tomorrow. So what you have to do today, your homework today is to look for the northern sector in your house. We're going to come back. Before we talk about zodiacs tomorrow, we're going to come back and tell you how you can enhance. So you can start by painting it green, or a green, what do you call it, like a feature wall.
Yes.
That would look good. And we'll give you more ideas when we start off the show tomorrow as to how you can harness more energy using the northern sector, which is the good sector this year in a home. So take your compass, whether it's a mobile phone compass or an ordinary compass, stand in the middle of the house and look for the northern sector. That's what you're looking for. This is your homework. We're going to come back tomorrow, and of course on the first day of Chinese New Year, Kenny's going to walk us through the zodiacs, what's in store for you in the lunar New Year, and of course the year of the, not the wooden horse as Kenny says, but the year of the wood horse.
The wood horse,
But if you want more information about Kenny and what he does, or if you want some a few tips as to how to better your feng shui or your feng shui opportunities, you can log on to www.goodfengshui.com. That's www.goodfengshui.com. We'll come back on the first day of Chinese New Year with more on Feng Shui for you with Kenny Hu. Kenny,
Yeah.
thanks for joining
Thank you
us.
very much.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Stay with us right here on Bernama TV. Coming up shortly, news updates. Bernama Today will be back tomorrow. I'm Gerard Ratnam signing off. You have a great day ahead, my friend.